You good, Dana? Can I start my podcast?
Get it out the mud. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Living Blessed, the podcast. I'm your host, Jovan J. Palmer, and I got a special. I mean, when I say special, this brother is definitely special. And I say that because he's actually my brother. Not by blood, but by choice. My guy, Markus Malone. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? How you feeling today?
I mean, you ain't got to talk to the mic like that.
All right, my bad.
I was just bring the mic down a little bit.
Yeah, man. I mean, you had somebody short before me, I believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like things in my face, bro. This is a traumatic instance right now.
We're gonna say, oh God.
The bloopers are podcast.
What's up, Markus? How you feeling, man?
Yo, I'm feeling great, bro, man. Peace and love to everyone out there in the universe.
Yeah, man. So let's get into it, man. Crap. I've known you, Markus. How long know you, man? We met back at a conference.
The 2015 or 2016?
It had to be around the early years. I just came to Atlanta to 2012.
Yeah.
13, 14. It's like 14, 15, I believe it was. 15.
I was in the mall in 2016. No, I was in the mall 2017. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Word.
Sure. Yeah, it was like 2016, 2017, bro.
Yeah. And, I mean, you've been solid ever since, man. We've done conferences together, pop-up shops together. You've helped me start my clothing brand.
Yeah, bro.
Just been there for me when I've needed a brother here in Atlanta. And it's just crazy how our relationship has developed into brotherhood.
Yeah, bro. Real brothers, man.
Like he like was a little big brother. Because I know I come to you for advice, man. It's vice versa. I know, like, if anybody's going to pick the phone up, it's going to be you for sure.
For sure.
Anybody I know I can depend on is definitely going to be, like, you're one of the people I know I can depend on as well. Just show up and just got a heart to serve, and sometimes I don't know when to stop serving.
Hey, man, I'm not going to lie to you. I get that from my mom, man.
Clearly, you get it from somewhere, man. We was at the silent party. This man Markus is over here handing out headphones, and Jordan like, yo, tell your man, Joe, he ain't got to work.
He was like, yo, sit down.
Enjoy yourself.
Stop working.
Yeah, man. So let's get into it, man. Because I know your story.
Yeah.
And it's a very great story, man, of overcoming, man, because you've experienced a lot, in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
That a lot of adults haven't experienced.
That's true.
And the way you've gotten through it, man, is amazing because one, it didn't break you.
Yeah.
You still stand tall to this day. You're still becoming the man that we know that you can be. It's not like, you know how you see some people, you're like, I'm not 100% sure about if that person can get to where they need to get to.
Right.
But it's like you, man, I see that you get into where you need to get to and beyond. So, man, I'm going to let you tell it, bro, because I can't do it no justice the way you could, man, because it's just, I love your story, man. It's touching.
I appreciate it, bro.
So, go ahead, bro.
I wouldn't be anywhere. I wouldn't be where I am today if my mom didn't raise me the way she raised me. That was my heart. That was my heart, my soul, everything. Like, I tell people the story of, 5 going on 6 years old. I was told to grow up, and really trying to figure that out, right? Even though she was with my sister's father at the time, she was pregnant with my sister. So it's like trying to figure out what that really was, bro.
Yeah.
And prior to that, like, early years of growing up, I had anger issues. I was always angry and ready to fight, beat anybody up. You know what I mean? Like, that was one of my things, like, because I was letting out frustration and anger because, not really getting the attention or being mistreated, things like that. So as a child, you act out because of frustration and anger.
Right.
It's not because you're bad. You know what I mean? But like, you know, I was always a good kid too. You know, but like as I progressed 5 going on 6, my mom said it's time for you to grow up. You're about to be a big brother. I was like, okay, what does that actually mean?
Yeah.
Growing up, and I fought with it. You know, I fought with it so much where I was like, at a young age, I'm learning carpentry at a young age, building walls, laying down carpet, putting shingles into
At 5?
6 years old. We had moved to Knoxville, Tennessee. I went to move to Blount County, where I was helping my sister's dad inside of a store. Handed him stuff, and then I made nailing. He'll let me nail in the rest of the nailing to the wall. And as I progressed, like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, yeah, bro, I was out here doing carpentry, bro, at a young age.
You're a little baby Jesus.
Yo, it's so serious, bro. I remember, like, mom wanted me to get out the house, so he had me come with him. He was doing a roofing job with some people. And I'm loading up shingles with a shovel, throwing them into the what are those things called? Wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
And picking it up and rolling it down to the alleyway and dumping it and bringing it back, bro. Like, a lot of things that I had to endure at a young age and see at a young age. I was catching a bus in 4th, 5th grade going to the grocery store. I never told you that. I was in 4th, 5th grade. My mom was like, my sister's dad was wherever he was doing, I don't know, in the streets. Yeah, come to find out. But
catching the bus to the grocery store?
Yeah, caught the bus to the grocery store. Like, we was in Knoxville, Tennessee. Our house was like, we was staying in the house. So I actually walked up, caught the bus to the grocery store, which was like probably like 15 minutes. Caught the bus to the grocery store, got off the bus, went in and got what my mom wanted. Caught the bus back. The groceries in my hand. You know? Yeah, I mean, during that time in Knoxville too, I was growing up pretty fast, bro. And I just realized, like, certain things people shouldn't be doing.
Like what?
So my sister's father took us over to this lady house. Told us just sit in the living room, right? So I was like, man, what we doing over here? He's like, I gotta go pick something up, do something. Whoop de whoop. I'm a smart kid. You feel me? Like,
you 20 at 5.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a smart kid, bro. And this is 5th grade, so I'm like 9, 10 years old. I'm way beyond, like, bro, why are we going over here? What are we doing over here? You know, like, she's like, no, I just gotta go fix something at this lady house. I'm like, the lady laughing. Like, nigga, why is she laughing?
You figure out why?
You know what I'm saying? Why is this lady laughing? Why is she? You know what I'm saying?
Y'all sitting in the living room.
Me in the living room. And me and my sister, bro, his daughter. All right? So my mom will get back home. I was like, where y'all go? I was like, we went to some lady house.
So
I'm that kid.
You snitching.
No, I'm that kid, bro. Like, I don't know who this lady is.
That makes sense.
He said he was supposed to be working on something. He said he was working on something. But fast forward, like, 5th grade, bro, this is a very traumatic incident where my mom we had walked to go get the hair that she needed, walked to her friend's house. We saw her in Knoxville. We walked, bro. We weren't catching no buses. We were walking, and we go to her friend's house to her friend doing her hair. You know, kids go to sleep, wake up, it's mad late. Mama had called him to come pick us up, and he didn't come pick us up. So we get home, I'ma order pizza, the whole 9. I eat a little something, my sister eat a little something. She passed out, she's a baby. Still, these days, like, I'm 9, she's like 3. So she don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, okay, he been acting weird. I'm feeling it, like, this man been acting weird lately.
Yeah.
Been doing weird stuff. So, I go to bed. I'm tired. I go to sleep. Then I'm awakened by my mama screaming and yelling. I'm like, what the fuck going on? excuse my language, but I was
censor a little bit.
At a young age, I was cussing at a very young age. By second grade, I was full fledged. Say everything in the book. But that in that instance, bro, I saw my mom fighting this man, right? And he going crazy, going berserk. You know, I opened the door to my room, like, bro, get your hands off my mama. What you doing? Get your hands off my mama. And my mama was like, go back to sleep, Marcus, go back to sleep. I said, no, you don't put your hands on my mama, bro. And
he's hitting your mom's.
Yeah, bro, he was trying to cut her hair out her head.
With what? A knife or scissors?
Scissors.
Why?
Because of some pizza. Because a pizza fell on the floor, bro.
Oh, this dude got all the way anger issues.
So this man, mama said, pick it up and eat it. It's okay. So this man, I guess, goes irate, berserk, and decides to attack my mother. So I was like, bro, this one thing I don't play about. I go into the kitchen, I grab a knife, the biggest one I can find, and he tried to corner me into a laundry room, and I was like, bro, you put your hands on mom again, I'm gonna kill you. I said some other words too, some very fluent words of wisdom that I was giving this adult gentleman. You feel me? And he was like, you gonna kill me? You gonna kill me? I said, that's right, I'm going to kill you. You ever put your hands on my mother again, I'm going to kill you. Flat out kill you. I don't give up. Like, I'm going to stab the out of you.
Yeah.
And that's when he realized, like, okay, this boy crazy. He don't play about his mama, right? That's just, in itself, how serious I was about my mom, bro. That's how I am the way I am. Like, she made me who I am today. But that was a traumatic thing, bro. Seeing a man put his hands on a woman, bro, which led to me when my mom moved back we moved back to Georgia. This is in 5th grade, bro. 5th grade. I'm at school. This boy putting his hands on a girl.
So you in defense mode?
Straight defense mode. I'm sitting. The thing is, I'm sitting next to the girl's brother, and dude just smacking his sister. I was like, bro, you not gonna go do nothing about that? He was like, man, you do nothing. I said, okay, all right, I got you. So I go to the door, like, bro, don't put your hands on her again. I do what I want to do. I had to. I was like, okay, if you put your hands on her again, it's not gonna be nice for you.
Dude, I didn't know you was this angry.
Yeah, bro. Very angry, bro. Very angry, bro. Dude put his hands on a girl again. Literally, I picked him up out of his remember he had the little lunch tables with the little circle circle.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, I picked him up. I said, don't you ever put your hands on a woman again, bro. Then he swung and he hit me. So I picked him up and I threw him to the heating system. That was on
little metal joints
on the walls.
Yeah.
But he was coming up from the walls. I threw him into that. So he got that one hit on. He said, I beat you because I hit you. I was like, dude, I was about to kill you. And you don't even know it. Like, bro, I said, I picked you up and I threw you. I literally threw him. And by the time I was getting ready to attack him, the PE coach grabbed me. And literally, both PE coaches, they was like, Marcus, calm down.
Why were you so angry though? Like you probably could have killed that dude.
Yeah, that was my MO.
Yeah, like
I'm not gonna lie. Why, like, being so angry, bro? Even before then, bro, just being seen as verbal abuse as a kid. You know, being looked at as less than. Than other relatives as well. You know what I mean? When we go too much into that, but like literally verbal abuse being said, oh, you're not gonna be this, you're not gonna do that because because you got it all, right? Come to find out, I was that kid who didn't have it all.
Yeah.
Right, but just being told that you're not gonna be successful. You know what I'm saying? Being lied to at a young age.
So what's that feeling like? Being told all of that stuff, like you're not gonna be successful, you're not gonna make it, What is that? What's going through your mind after hearing that? Because as a child, clearly you remember that stuff. Like I remember a lot of stuff that I hate that I remember because it was embedded in my head at such a young age.
Right.
So like, because I know how it made me feel.
Yeah.
But how did it make you personally feel?
I walked around with a chip on my shoulder.
How?
All the time.
Was that fuel for you, or was it like, you know?
It was fuel. I would say it was fuel, but at a young age, you don't know how to contain that fuel.
Right.
energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it came out a negative way to where I was told that I needed to go see a psychiatrist and everything. It was like, it wasn't that. It was like the fact that I was trying to learn how to channel my energy and put it elsewhere. And that's why when I started playing football at a young age, I was able to channel that energy a little bit more and to compress it. Is that right? Compress it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when to compress the anger, bro. Because I released my anger when I play sport, when I play football.
So how are you on the field? Because typically people got anger issues on the field.
My nickname was Psycho.
Your nickname was Psycho?
Yeah.
Why? Out of all names.
Practice, one day in practice. And to this day, my teammate, when I see him, he was like, man, I still remember that day you attacked. He said, you attacked him. I attacked him in practice.
Why?
One, we were losing a lot.
In practice.
And,
or just in general, y'all
bro.
game, y'all like 0 and what?
0 horrible.
Dang.
We had a very talented team and just bad coaching, and we're just losing. In that instance, like coaches, like nobody was like giving the coaches the, I guess the authority or stuff that was like everybody was like bad mouthing the coaches, bro. Like, and like cats was talking in practice, like, yo, shut up. And I never used the word shut up, and I do my best to not to use it to this day. I hate that word. And I literally, when I said shut up, everybody looked like, wait, Markus just told somebody to shut up. Everybody got quiet for a second, and then my teammate was like, he was still going. And literally, bro, I just like attacked him, bro. I said, shut up, and just went off on him, bro. Because like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the lead, like one of the leaders of the team, but it's like I had so much anger still built in me too. Like everything that was going on at home. This is like 8th grade right there. You feel me? Like we going to 8th grade. Like I had so much anger still built in me, cause like trying to figure this stuff out.
Yeah, for sure.
And like having to be a man of the house. My mama counted on me to do a lot of things. So it's like when I come to practice, I'm not
hoping for like that to be your outlet, but it can't be. It still can't be.
Yeah, I'm still having to like, yo, I'm trying to father you guys at bad practice. Shut up. You know, but I attacked my teammate, bro. Yeah. And I was like, I was on top of him, bro. Like we're going crazy. Then he positioned his legs and wrapped me up, and I was like, bro, let me go. Like, bro, I'm a psycho. I'll go crazy on you, bro. He was like, and that's how I got you the name. But then it was like, yo, the quiet. The thing is, I was also quiet. So it's like, for me to get to that stage, that level, it had to been something.
Yeah. Because you would never know to this day that you were like an angry cat. No. Because you're mad peaceful. Yeah. Like super like just calm, and if somebody said Markus strangled a cat, I said you're lying. Ain't no way, boy. Yeah. Like there's no way that you was like. It's just, how did you transition from being the angry kid to now, like, you know, being this peaceful kid? But I'm sure there's still some more in between this whole story of it all. Yeah. So like lead us to that part, because it's just, there's somebody out there who either growing up in the way that you did, or there's somebody who is in your situation right now, and they're trying to figure, yo, what do I do with this anger? How do I? So man, that's the part I really want to hear, because like you said, you've been through, in a sense, like, you know, from age 4 to 5, you've been in trauma after trauma after trauma. And that's a lot to deal with, especially as a child. Because it's like, what happens in our community is this unresolved childhood trauma turns into adulthood trauma. Yeah. Like what's your take on that?
My take on that is for somebody figure out who you are. That's how we're looking at it now. We're looking at it at now. I can say you gotta look at yourself in the mirror, right, and ask yourself where do you want to be. Ask yourself, okay, how can I get through this? It's a lot of things that you have to ask yourself, and becoming whole and one with yourself. I know I always talk about that now. Is that I had to realize that, like, in order to free yourself from any trauma, anything, you have to understand yourself and who you are.
Yeah.
And it took a long time, but I was very peaceful. My mom would tell people, if you mess with my son, I can't control you. I can't control what happens next to you.
Right.
Because I was still
I
peaceful.
can see that. Yeah.
It took a lot. Because I would forewarn you. Leave me alone. I want to be bothered.
Right.
Like, we moved back to Georgia, bro. I got into a fight. That one fight in the cafeteria at school. I was in after school program. I was got kicked out of after school program.
Oh man, it was already hard to get into.
Bro, it was like in a neighborhood after school program. Neighborhood after school program, and just so infuriated, bro. Like, I was so infuriated from like seeing everything happen, and I wasn't playing sports either.
Why
so
not?
5th grade, I didn't play any sports.
Why?
We moved around a lot.
Oh,
my
so-
mom, yeah.
Okay.
And we didn't. My mama didn't play about grades, so I know I got like we first moved down here. In Tennessee, my grades were A's across the board, but when I came back down here, I had C's and stuff. So my mom was like, "Why don't you got C's?" I think that she realized that was the last butt whooping she could ever give me. Too. That's how she know she.
But then you became a man.
No, she whooped me. The last time she whooped me, bro, I was just sitting there.
I hate to get whoopings.
I just sat there, and she just whooped me, and I sat there, no crying, no nothing. And she realized that she could no longer whip me. I started laughing.
Might have been a cycle for real.
I started laughing, and she was like, "This not even phasing you." I was like,
Why not? Because I know when I got whoopings,
I was
would
numb,
cry
bro.
before I got to the whooping.
I was numb to it, bro. It was nothing to it. I've gotten whoopings before, but it's like at this point now, it's like I'm getting a whooping for what? Right? Like I'm getting a whooping for something I can't control. I couldn't control. I couldn't control the teacher giving me grades. But she was going to town. I was like, "You done yet?" And she was like, "This don't phase you no more." And that's when she realized she could no longer with me. But like, yeah, bro, that school program. That was my last one when I was like getting to fights in that school program. I just had so much anger, bro. Like people always mess with me.
Yeah.
Right? Like so, literally like a little kid, 2nd grader, bro. He was just talking. I'm in 5th grade. He in 2nd grade. Talking. I didn't know he had a heart condition. Right? I picked the kid up. Slung him. Care? Bro, leave me alone. Right? Like, they say, "Oh, just come tell somebody." If I come tell y'all not gonna do anything about it.
Right.
So, I'm used to taking care of things my way. I put it in my hands, right? And yeah, threw the little kid. I drop kicked the kid. You try to hit me with a chair. Drop kicked him. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that, bro. Like it takes a lot for me to get angry, right? Because I know like what I've been through. This is at a young age.
Yeah.
So it's for that kid who's going through something and they're young at a young age right now. Like, stay calm, relax, stay cool. You know what I mean? Because people gonna test your patience.
Right.
People gonna push your buttons. For me, I didn't know any other way to control my anger.
Right.
Than laying somebody out.
Yeah, just outlash on somebody.
Yeah, and blackout. Then, what happened? but that's just from being picked on and being talked about. People don't tend to not like you or whatever for whatever reason they don't like you. You know what I mean? Like,
has it always been like that for you?
What?
People just not liking you.
I would say so. I feel like they feel like I think since I'm quiet and I was that person in the classroom who got good grades. Mm-hmm. They thought I was better than everybody. Like, that's not even the thing. Like,
right.
My mama told me I had one job: go to school and get my grades. That's it. Mm-hmm. I mean, anything outside of that, that's for fun. You know what I mean? Like, people try to belittle me, or talk down on me. I was like, yo, I had to boss up.
Yeah.
Because, people would see that as a weakness and continuously keep trying to pick on you or verbally. Like, at a young age, I started talking back to adults at a young age because of the fact they were wrong. Mm-hmm. Even though my mom told me not to talk back to adults, but when somebody's trying to belittle you and make you feel less than, you have to stand up for yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
As a kid, you know what I mean? And
yeah, I think a lot of times adults feel that we should just take that stuff, and I don't feel like that's cool. I believe like children have a space.
Yeah.
To speak how they feel.
Right.
Now, there's a way that they should do it, but I just think adults always feel, like that whole like, do as I say, not as I do, whatever. That's crazy message.
That's crazy because you don't know what you say, how it affects that individual. Mm-hmm. Right. How what you say can linger with that child from 5 to 32.
For sure.
Right. And they'll come back to it like they never said that to you, but as a child, that's engraved into your subconscious mind.
Yeah.
And as you go throughout your life, you always you're
hearing that same voice or that's the same exact thing. Like you're not good enough, or stay in a child's place, or just all this crazy stuff that we all believe is right. And it's like, I know for me, it took a lot of unlearning of everything, not everything, but like a handful of stuff that I was taught.
Right. And
to this day, like it's still like I still like have to fight myself to be like, oh no, we can't do this. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, I get it. Even
going to high school, bro, same thing. Like, at this time, I'm the man of the house. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Like, my mama needs stuff done, I get it done. You feel me? Like, even though family members will come help here and there, but my mom didn't have a car. Mm-hmm. So who else had to do it? Me. Yeah. And once I got to high school, it was said I wasn't gonna graduate high school because I had a bad attitude or had anger issues. But not knowing, all throughout middle school I was fine. I probably had one episode where I just lashed out. I was just angry and frustrated because my teacher was like, he said something to me. I went to the classroom. I destroyed the classroom. Remember those big science tables?
Yeah, the big long joints.
Yeah. I picked like 2 or 3 of them joints up and threw them joints.
Jesus did that too, right?
Oh, you did? Yeah, bro. Hey, listen, bro.
Bro, why are you? Them joints are heavy.
Yeah, bro. I was a strong kid, bro. Like the girls in the classroom came and calmed me down. Ooh. Mr. Glenn, I remember him to this day. I love that man, bro. That man paid for all my field trips because he knew I was a good kid. Like, I was a good kid that had so much anger bottled up in him, bro, and didn't know how to release that anger except for on the football field. You know what I mean? To like where the slightest thing, bro, back then, the slightest thing would get me to like triggered. So I would be triggered by something. Like if you yelled at me, if you're not a coach, but if you're a person, you just yelled at me, bro. Like that triggers something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I was triggered by certain things that made me go into an outrage. And like for somebody that's dealing with that, you have to find your peace. For sure. So where you're not allowing that to those triggers to be able to overpower you as an individual. You know what I'm saying? Your bodily flesh and things like that, bro. Then when I get to high school, like I said, I got to high school, bro. I was like the man of the house by then.
Yeah.
Take care of the house, cutting grass. Like my mama got our first house on Section 8. I still do not. I didn't know that you could get a house on Section 8. I was like, that was 8th grade going into 9th grade.
Mm-hmm.
So I came back home. They passed. We were staying on Six Flags Drive, living in an apartment. You know what I mean? I didn't have a bed, sleeping on the floor. That's why I don't know if I told you I like sleeping on the floor. That's pretty much why. I've never really had a bed, but on the floor is where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
You can fight me if you want to.
I mean, do what you do,
I
bro.
I still got some anger built in. But no seriousness, bro. Like we found my mom finally she got a house on Section 8, living in a nice community. High school is straight. You start dating. The girl I was dating, she was cool. We dated all throughout high school, but no verbal abuse there too. You feel me? Like in the dating, you feel me? Like you date somebody, you want somebody to uplift you. Like she'll write me nice love letters and stuff like that. But like whenever she got mad, it was like you ain't shit, you weak, you this. I'm like, yo, kind of shit is this? Because I want to voice my opinion about how I feel about our situation and scenario.
Yeah.
So it was like dealing with that, dealing with stuff at home. Sometimes not having gas, the gas not being on, the lights not being on. Like my whole mind is like, how can I change the situation?
Mm-hmm.
So in that time I'm like in my shell, not really opening up to many people because
right.
of what's going on at home. Is like my mom is struggling. How can I change that? In my mind's like, okay, I need to get this college, give me a scholarship and go to college so she can no longer have to worry about me.
Mm-hmm.
But certain people see you doing something else and it will deter you from your dreams.
Right. Yep.
Right. So ninth grade, I was told to go get a job. Need to help my mom around the house in ninth grade.
That's at 14, right?
14. And not many places in Georgia were hiring 14-year-olds.
Yeah, for sure. Like maybe like what, Publix and stuff like that.
Publix, Chick-fil-A, and Six Flags. But at that time, that spring semester, my football coaches told me, hey, you need to come run track. That's what I was getting ready to go do. But I was told to go do otherwise.
You had to work.
Yeah, but I didn't find a job. So I'm out.
So you're out of a job, out of track.
Yeah. And my coach at the time, had played for the New York Jets. He was like, I need you to come run track. You're going to be starting varsity as a sophomore. You need to come run track.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't run track. I played basketball. I didn't run track, right? So sophomore year comes around. I'm playing JV and varsity. When I could have been just playing
straight varsity.
Playing straight varsity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now in my mind it's like, okay, I shouldn't be listening to certain people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they don't see that infuriated me too, bro. It's like, why would you try to hold me back from achieving and going to greater heights? Because they only saw me at the level they saw my mom at.
Right.
Right? Like to this day, bro, I don't know if my mama graduated high school. I don't think she did. I've never seen a diploma or anything. But even then, like my sophomore year, I break my wrist and I break my thumb.
Yeah.
In a football game. Coach was like, see, if you ran track, you'd be playing straight varsity, you have to be doing all that. So now that's like, trauma. Now it's like, dang, yo, like I should have did this, I should have done that.
Mm-hmm.
Come in. So I finished that football season. Same thing gets told to me again. Don't run track.
But you gotta get a job.
Gotta get a job. I'm like,
what's the
again?
purpose behind, her trying to get you to get a job?
It wasn't my mom trying to tell me to do that. My mom wanted me to
just do what you want to do.
I wanted to do.
So who's telling you to get a job?
Family members. Because like my mom was struggling and this, that, and the third.
Oh, since you the man of the house, you need the help.
I need the help, but
right.
You still have to realize I'm still a child.
Yeah.
I'm a teenage child.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm taking care of the house. I'm cutting the grass, weeding the grass. I started my first business. It was a lawn care service. That money was going back to my mom and to get more gas. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, why can't I go after my dreams? Why aren't you all telling this to the other people in the family that they need to go get a job and not focus on playing sports?
Have you ever asked that?
No, I don't. Because the relationship isn't.
It's not to the point where you.
It's not to the point, but then sometimes you do have to remove yourself from situations and people who pretty much who don't want to see your success, right?
Right.
See you at a grand level, right? You have to remove yourself from those people because that'll hinder you from achieving your purpose, right? Because they want to know what you're doing and how you're doing it and things like that. But actually, 9 times out of 10, it's none of their business, right? And that's what I realized now, like building Manifest Your Dreams, bro. You don't have to tell everybody what you're doing.
Yeah.
You just need to go take action and make it happen. Well, what's next? I don't know. Because a lot of people want to block you. You know?
Yeah,
a lot of people don't want to see you be better than them, bro.
I don't understand that though. Like, that's one thing I just don't understand is.
But if
I don't get it.
When you the black sheep, bro. So like this or not, my mama told me this. She's like, when you the black sheep, they don't want to see you up. 'Cause when the black sheep is up, everything is up. And those who can't manipulate you, degrade you, they can no longer do that. They can't control you anymore.
Yeah.
It's a sense of control, bro. That's why people don't want to see you. Like when people do that, they don't want to see you doing great things.
Right.
They want to see you where you are, and you need to stay there. And that's like a slavery mindset.
It definitely is.
You know, I'm the master, you the slave. Like, nah, I'm free. You feel me? Like, I'm free, and you can't stop me from being free. And once I realized that, bro, I stopped listening to everybody. This is in high school. So listen to everybody, coaches, everything. Certain ones were good mentors, but I realized that they saw me a certain way. I saw myself greater. You know what I'm saying? I'm still human. I still make mistakes. So it's like, could I apply a little bit myself heavier to certain things? Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm guiding myself though, and their guidance wasn't gonna guide me to where I'm supposed to be, because they didn't want to see me in the light like that. Because if I got into the light like that, bro, it would have been a totally different ballgame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So as we continue on through the journey, bro, it's like graduating high school, college. You're trying to figure yourself out, right? You're trying to figure out where you want to go in life. What's your purpose? What's your goal? What do you want to do?
Yeah.
So you go through the trials and tribulations of school to school, changing your major, all of that. So at this point, like, anger-wise, I'm that's suppressed.
Yep. Deep down inside,
You know,
I know that feeling too much.
But you're looking at things from a different arena now, right?
Yeah.
Where you can actually grow. So doing that, you know, you make a lot of errors, right? But you learn from those, and you pretty much, you can take your traumatic instances, you know what I'm saying, things that have happened,
Right.
and you know how to navigate through certain situations that come before you. And you know, college, I went to 5 colleges and universities.
5.
5.
How?
You said how?
Yes.
What you mean how?
How do you go to 5 in college and university, dude? Like,
right.
I've only went to 2 because I just know, like, I went to a junior college and then went to a 4-year. But how do you go to 5 different schools?
Okay, so I started off at the University of Alabama. I graduated. That was the first school I got accepted to. I still talk to Miss McLean to this day, like the lady that recruited me. I got accepted to the University of Alabama first. I went there my freshman year. I couldn't pay my tuition. I think I'm the reason why they have they have a nice tight security system in the bookstore now.
You're stealing books?
I had to steal my books. Stole my books.
Okay.
Pretty much mastermind. I mean, I was stealing food so we can eat. Before I was, yeah, my mom and my sister.
From where?
I was working in the grocery store.
Okay, let's rewind back to this part of it.
Hey, bro, it's like
you can't just skip over that part. You just mentioned it.
The survival, bro. Like,
yeah.
When I told you, like, sometimes the lights would be off, sometimes electricity would be off. Like, certain things that we didn't have. We didn't have food. Okay, cool. Get a job at the grocery store.
Okay.
Figure out the system, the camera system.
They don't have cameras over each cash register?
Back then, no. Back then they didn't have.
No,
they had cameras throughout the stores.
Yeah.
So I learned the camera system. Like, real genius with this stuff, bro. Really, like, took delicate work.
Take us through your like your criminal activity.
Hey, criminal activity to survive, bro.
Take us through your survival, man.
Literally, like, I was working at Food Depot and
Food Depot. That's still open, ain't it?
Yeah, all of them still open.
Yeah.
All of them are still open, but at this time, like, it's my junior, senior year, at Food Depot. It was senior year, Food Depot. I mean, we didn't have food, bro. Somebody got to get it.
Yeah, it had to
Like,
be.
you know, food stamps only come on the 15th, first 15th for end of the month. And then once that food is gone, what you gonna eat? So,
Yeah, point.
yeah, bro, I scouted out the entire store. I looked at the cameras, see how they worked, how they rotated. One day they let me inside, where the cameras were at, and I looked at the cameras. And I see how they flickered and they switched to different things. Then one day, I saw the manager stealing.
Oh, he's getting over now.
I saw the manager of the store, bro. He would act like he was doing go backs. He was acting like he was doing go backs, but he was loading that grocery cart up.
And just taking it to his car?
He'd go to the back, pull his car around back, put the groceries in his car. So I was like, okay, I see how these cameras working. Mm-hmm. I started timing like the people who worked in the office. Right? So it was like, it'd be like little things. At first, like bologna. When I ate bologna, turkey, ham, all that stuff, it would be small stuff. I go get that, put it in my pocket. Back then we had like bigger pans.
Yeah.
So I was like, I put that in my pocket. Go put it in my book bag. You know what I mean? Or that loaf of bread. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put this in damage.
Yeah, on the way out, you scooping that joint.
That joint in my book bag too. You know what I mean? So it was like, it got to a point where I was like, sure, we gotta eat. We need milk. We need eggs. We needed cereal. We needed mama need for us to eat.
Yeah.
So I was stealing meat from the meat department, milk, you named it, bro. Chips. Like, for my senior trip, bro, I had everything.
Snack king.
I had it all, bro. You came to my room to eat. But the thing is, though, like, my mom caught wind of it, and she was like, "Where you getting this? How you bringing food home every day?" I was like, "Mom, we don't have no food in here." I mean, at first I was like, get it from tips. People tipping me. I don't spend money, but I was coming home with like $50, $60 worth of groceries.
Ain't no way.
But like the lady, I still think her to this day. Her name is Miss Frida, bro. Mm-hmm. Miss Frida said, "Tell your mama I bought them groceries for you."
That's dope.
Miss Frida knew what I was doing. She said, "Y'all gotta eat."
But I mean, I respect her for it though.
Yeah.
I respect it because she get it, man. It's like in today's society, when people are looking at it as stealing, it's like, I'm not trying to say like it's right, but like I said, you had to survive. Yeah. The only way you knew how to do it, that was it. Yeah. And I just like, thank God you didn't get no like serious trouble over it.
Oh, of course not, bro. Never got caught.
Never got caught. It was on camera now.
We never got caught. Even at the University of Alabama, bro. Like, even with that, bro, I was a straight genius with this, bro. Like, go in, scope the scene. Scope the scene out. I had two friends. Rest in peace, my boy Ryan. And my boy Chris. Mm-hmm. He sat down. They was like, well, we need our books. I was like, shoot, let's steal them.
Now, what's the
how we gonna do that?
That's the one.
I said,
how you can do that?
I mean, it's the same thing how I did groceries. Scope out the cameras, where the cameras are at. Scope out where everybody working there at, where they're gonna be at. Find a hidden spot, a blind spot in the cameras, in the system. Go get your books, and we out of there. So both of them were like 6'5", 6'6".
Oh, you tall cat, so
I'm 6'6".
Y'all gonna
Made it easy, bro. Like, what book you need? Like, such for instance, like, how tall are you, bro?
6'1".
6'1". Okay, so they were taller than you, but it was easy though, cause you were tall.
Yeah.
But they were taller, so they could actually
kind of block
the camera.
The view of the camera, so it's like at a certain angle. If they stand at a certain, they're at a certain. The camera's at a certain angle. They stand in front of it at a certain way. You grab what you need, slide in the book bag or whatever it may be. Exactly. Cool. We shift over, go to the next joint.
Exactly.
Same thing.
Exactly. That is exactly how we did it.
Huh. That's how I know this.
The mastermind at his finest, bro. Like, you need the access code, bro? All right, bet, let's go. I peeped out the whole scene. Like, so until, like, it was funny because, like, we lived in it's called Bird Hall in Alabama.
Uh-huh.
So it was, like, girls on the first 2 floors, guys on the top floor. So the girls was, like, we had a few girls that worked in the bookstore, right? It's like, y'all always coming in here. What are y'all doing?
Just looking at books.
They just come in here and look at some stuff, you know. Then one of the girls caught wind of it. She was like, I know y'all are stealing. I was like, what you talking about? You know, I'm just...
Yeah, just being calm.
I'm like, I'm not stealing anything.
No, what school? This is at Alabama.
The University of Alabama, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, so stole our books. Like, I was the mastermind genius behind all of that, bro. And then we started stealing, like, we started making money off the apparel. So we was... You know,
I thought I was mad. Man, he was worse than me in college.
The merchandise part, bro, like that became, you know what I'm saying, Alabama down.
That's how you got into your clothing brand?
You feel me? We was trapping merch, bro, at the University of Alabama, bro.
What were you selling it for? What was it going for Alabama, and what were you selling it for?
I was the one that was stealing it, per se. My boy Ryan and Chris, they were selling it.
You get any profits?
I wasn't looking for the profit. That was crazy back then.
Just had a high of stealing stuff?
Bro, I was on a high, bro. I know how to get it because I was a smart one.
I mean, I get that.
I knew how to get away.
Okay.
They didn't know how to get away.
Okay.
Like, you could look at me, you would look at me and be like, oh, he's just average guy.
Yeah,
you need any help? No, I'm good. The whole time I'm like, doop.
What the?
You know what I'm saying? And I'm walking out the bookstore. The thing is, I was smart. I would buy at least one thing.
That is smart.
Something small.
Yeah.
It was
a couple dollars, some gum or something.
A couple dollars.
Yeah.
Go buy water. I'm like, damn, I came in from working out. Whew, get some water. Before I go get something to eat, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, bro, like during that time, bro, it was like all the trauma stuff really didn't, like, I didn't have to deal with much, but like I know work study. I was sending my money back to my mom.
Yeah.
I had a work study job, sending that back to my mom. Like that always ate at me. That started to eat at me as I got older because she was struggling. Mm-hmm. And I was like, why does she have to keep struggling like this?
Yeah.
And many times I would cry. You know, it was like, dang. You know, and everybody thought like I would like rebel on my mom because she was so hard on me. Mm-hmm. But it made our bond was like this.
Yeah.
And she would call and talk to me about certain things, and you know, she always wanted me to be my best, bro. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, she didn't know I was stealing. I think she knew I was stealing groceries, but you know, like,
she didn't know like the ins and outs of everything else.
Yeah. And she was like, whatever you want to do it to the best of your ability. Mm-hmm. And that's what I always live by that. Now that's always, I work so hard and things like that. So like then it's like trauma for me was more so like her struggle.
Yeah. Like seeing that struggle and then taking on her struggle as well. Yeah.
And not knowing that she had a mental disability.
Really?
Yeah. Like my mom passed, bro. I saw her sheet. It's a nice, good, like 2 paragraphs. But that comes from like I didn't find out till like one time my mom checked herself into a behavioral health center.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I found out at a young age my mom was raped. At a young age, you know what I mean? So for me, it's like everything just started click, 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 click. This is why we had to live how we live. You know what I mean? Like, this is why we live, how we had to live beneath. You know what I mean? Like, always asking people for stuff and stuff like that. Or, you know, it'd be sometimes where I would stay at my friend's house. You feel me? Because we didn't have electricity or something.
Dang.
You feel me? So my mama, like, I always have to ask my grandmother, like, can she get money from her and stuff like that. It was a reason. You know what I mean? Like, my mom was dealing with trauma.
Yeah. It was kind of affecting her to the point where it was affecting her livelihood.
Yeah. When she got older, like, you know, she was still almost a fighter. So she was always trying to find a way to, like, to better herself.
Yeah.
You know, and not ask nobody for anything.
Right.
And that's why to this day, you know, it's like, I don't know where you first met, like, but I don't like ask people for nothing.
Yep. You're still this way.
But I get that from her.
Yeah.
She was like, what she pointed it out to me, she was like, if you always having to ask somebody for something, they'll have control over you.
Yeah.
You know, and I got to see it firsthand. When she always had to ask for something, the reaction that she would get or what would be told to her, and you know,
it's come with everything comes with conditions.
Everything that comes with it, bro. So I was like, yo, I never want to live like that, bro. I never want to be like, hey man, I need help. Like, no, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're family or not. Like, right. I will figure it out. When I do figure it out, I'm gonna be able to help somebody else out with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was looking for somebody to help you out. It's not a way out. It's always looking for a handout.
Yeah, it don't teach you how to like stand on your own 2 feet.
On 2 feet, bro. Yeah, and that's like one of those things my mom always wanted me to do is stand on my 2 feet. And you know, just her struggling like gave me more fuel, bro. To change the outcome. Like my goal was to get her off Section 8 and food stamps.
Yeah.
You know, and I was fighting like crazy. I started doing network marketing. Like, we're doing anything to get some money.
To get some money, yeah, for sure.
And, you know, then I really found, once I found my purpose, I found my avenue, you know, that's taken away. My pride and joy gets taken away. You know what I mean? Like, what I'm working so hard for, that person is no longer here. You know, so you have to go find yourself again.
That's
like dealing with death, bro. Like like losing somebody like that who was like really dear to me. Like that put a hold on me, bro. I put like a real hold on me because like I just cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. Then at the memorial service, I wasn't crying anymore. I wasn't crying because I knew she was at peace. I realized she was at peace. You know what I mean? And I knew the people that were there, you know what I mean? They were, some of them were there for me. You know what I mean?
They were there for you?
Yeah, they were there for me. Like the community, you know what I'm saying? Like the Mableton community, like when I went to Public High School, like people from the community showed up.
That's love.
Because they knew who I was, but they never got to meet my mom.
Yeah.
But they got to see a resemblance of my mom through me.
Cause your mom was in Tennessee at the time, right?
And she died. Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember the night you called me. I was like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you called me. I was like, oh, I didn't know how to take it, but I was I know you called me and said I gotta go, and I was like, all right, be safe. And then something just felt weird.
Yeah.
And I think I called you back, and you called me back one, and I was like, yo, like, just let me know if you need anything.
Yeah.
I just hit my phone. How was that ride from Atlanta to Tennessee?
It was a rough ride, bro, because I was still trying to fathom it. I literally was going to jump in my car and go.
Yeah.
but I decided to wait on family members. Right?
Mm.
And when I should have just left right then and there. Just drove straight to Tennessee. This is part of the grieving process because it makes a part of like part of the guilt part of grieving.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, if I would just left,
If I left, I could have got there and did
I
something.
could have got there and done something.
Mm-hmm.
My sister was like, big bro, I was surprised that you came with them. Like I was hoping that you was gonna come right away. You feel me? Like that when she said, my sister told me that, I was like, wow, maybe I should have done what I thought I was going to do.
Yeah. It's probably instinct.
Yeah, and I'm gonna answer your question, bro. It was hard, bro. It was hard. Like I was at the kiosk. I got the news.
Yeah. Yup. Mm-hmm.
I was at the kiosk, bro, and like I'm very strong. I don't show like a lot of emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Like people, like if you know me, like you know I don't really show that much emotion. Like it's here, and I may just have a certain look on my face, but at that instance, bro, I showed emotion, a lot of emotion. To the point where I realized that it was okay to show people that I am an emotional being too.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough thing to do for men.
Yeah.
I still struggle with it to this day, of just being fully emotional. Like, I can be vulnerable.
Yeah.
I don't mind telling people my past and situations, but it's just that emotion piece is like one of the hardest things to tap into.
Right. I feel like the best way from dealing with that, bro, the best way now is like like I said earlier, once you become one and whole with yourself, you can do that with ease.
Yeah, for sure. Right.
You know what I mean? Like, since now it's nothing for me to express how I feel or say what I want to say, because at the end of the day, like I don't care. You know the word I want to use, but I say it all the time. Like
that you do.
I don't care because I know who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know where I come from. I know what I had to go through. Like your picture may be different, but you didn't have to go through what I had to go through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can say you done this and done that. I'm like, yo, but my reality is different.
Yeah.
So everybody may look at, oh, you had it made.
Right.
You had it made. But it's like I didn't. Like where were you at when I was, I'm saying, basically homeless and had nowhere to stay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where were you at when, you know what I'm saying, like the ins and outs? Why you never call and check in on me? Stuff like that. You feel me? Like that stuff like that, like make you feel like you alone out here. That's trauma right there too, bro. Once you feel like you alone, bro, you don't have nobody to turn to, bro.
That's a dark place to be in,
bro.
Scary.
Almost during that time, bro. I almost thought about committing suicide, bro. You know what I mean? When my mom passed, bro, I feel like I ain't had nothing. I ain't had no one.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, bro. I ain't never told nobody this. I told my sister. She knows. But like, yeah, bro. It was dark, bro.
So how did you like pull yourself from this very dark place that you were in after mom's passing? You kind of go into this space of darkness and uncontrollable thoughts and everything like that. Like, how do you pull yourself? Because I know you're strong, but strength only lasts for so long when you're going through traumatic situations and when you're going through things that are meant to break you.
Right.
It's just what's the outcome? Because I know you put your passion behind everything that you do. How did you do that? Like, what was your coming out moment?
I realized I still have my sister, and she needed somebody. That was one of the things. Two, my mom was in me. I realized that. Like, I realized that at the time of her passing, that was like passing of the torch. That like she was always going, whatever, if anything happened, she was always going to be there with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's when once I realized that, bro, and why I was here, and what I wanted to accomplish and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what began to bring me out a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like, because I know she would want me to keep going.
Yeah, for sure.
Non-stop, you know, like, she was so proud, bro. You know what I mean? Like, she was proud, bro.
I bet, man. I mean, you a good dude. It's all dude. The thing is, like, I know that she was proud because, this shirt was dedicated to her, right?
Yeah, the purple.
The purple.
Joint.
Every purple shirt you do is dedicated to her. And I know every time you release one, I buy one. I make sure I buy one, man, because one, your mom's birthday
same as yours.
the same as mine.
Yeah. Right.
And man, it's just I always want to support you in that way because I just know what your mom's has meant to you.
Right.
So every time a purple shirt is released, I have every purple shirt that you ever released.
Appreciate it, bro. Like I feel like I know I told you. I think I've told you before. It's like, yo, I gained my mom in spirit, but I gained a brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I gained somebody else.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like that's a lifetime. You know what I mean? Like, you got your family for a lifetime, but I was like, nah, I got a brother for a lifetime.
For sure.
You know, and yeah, that was once I started like dropping this shirt for her, bro. I just know like she's with me. She's with me like all the time. When I'm thinking about doing something, you know, I ask them like, hey, Mom, what you think sometimes?
You just having those old conversations.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I don't hear nothing. I'm like, yeah, okay, do it. You know what I mean? Because like I know she would say, she was like, do it. You know, and that's that thing. I also once I started grad school at Clark Atlanta, I went to therapy.
How was that? How was your experience in therapy?
I had a woman therapist. She just saw the pain. She saw me, she's like, you just have a bunch of pain. And you, Dr. G, she's like, you have a lot of pain in you.
You kind of just been bottled up in a sense.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, instead of you being able to express your pain, it's more so you had to bottle your pain up because you had to be an adult as a child.
Yeah.
So you were parentified. Then you had to be the caretaker for your mom, your sister.
Yeah.
Mom's passed away. Now you got to be the caretaker for your sister because she's younger than you.
Yeah.
And it's like you never really had a time in your life to really just be
me.
Yeah, just to be Marcus, just to be in this guy that, you know, who experienced life and kind of see life as it is. And that's a hard thing to not be able to do.
Right.
Very hard because it's like 32 years of life has just been passing by. And it's like, you know, I'll tell you, I said, Marcus, man, take a vacation, man. Go, Marcus, get away, stop working. Marcus, do this. And it's like, you put yourself into your work and which is your passion. And it's just, I can tell it's you're passionate about what you do because when I tell you to take time off, you go harder into work. It's like, what is your therapist saying to you as you're doing, like, you know, this is the life that you're telling her your life, of course. Yeah. What is your therapist saying to you in this moment?
Let it go.
Let what go?
Let the pain go. Let it all go. Nothing was my fault. She was letting me know that it wasn't my fault. Nothing was my fault.
Yeah.
She was like, my mom passing wasn't my fault. You know, the reason we had to go through what we had to go through, it's not my fault.
Right.
And once I realized that and I accepted that, that's when things began to change.
So in that moment in therapy, she says, so you said Dr. G, right?
Yeah.
I'm Dr. G. Of course, you're Marcus.
Yeah.
So I say, yeah, Marcus, let it go. What's the feeling right there?
It feels like you just want to explode. Trying to let it go. You feel like you just want to just, like, you can tell, like, my hands and stuff are, like, clenched up, right? And she's like, let it go. Let it go. And when I let it go, bro, it was like a release. Like, bro, when I say I cried, bro, I cried in therapy that day, bro. I let it go, bro. I just let it go. And she was like, it's okay to cry. It's time for you to let it go, Marcus. It's time for you to let it go. Like, you can no longer hold that against yourself.
Yeah.
No, I never told you. As a kid, we was in homeless shelters and stuff and all that. So it's like I remember all that, bro. Like,
Yeah, so all the memories of
bro,
being homeless and nah.
And like, she was like, let it go. It's okay. So in order for you to move forward, you have to let it go.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, when I let it go, bro, I'm still letting it go because I still dealing with the grieving process of my mom passing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the three times of the year I hate: the day she died, her birthday, and Mother's Day.
Hey man, you hate my birthday?
I'm sorry, bro.
That's all good, bro.
You know, and when Dr. G said, just let it go, bro, and set yourself free.
Mm.
She said you can set yourself free. And from there, bro, that's when I started the spiritual journey of figuring out who am I.
Yeah.
Right? What do I see for the world? You know what I mean? It tied me more in with my business because in order to manifest anything, you gotta know who you are.
For sure.
And what you're doing, where you're going. You know what I mean? Who is it benefiting? How is it benefiting others around you? How is it benefiting you?
Yeah.
Like once I did that, bro, it transformed the whole game. Like for me. Like
the shirts are going crazy. Cause your numbers are you're doing pretty well.
We're doing pretty good, bro. We want to hit 7 figures. That's the goal.
7 figures?
7 figures.
How far are you from that?
Pretty far. But I will say it's been a journey.
Yeah.
It's been a journey for anyone that's wanting to start a business. It's not going to be all glitz and glamour. You really have to get it out the mud.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
It's not easy.
I didn't drop this shirt for no reason. You know what I mean? You have to go through something.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to go through a trial and error. You have to go through the ups and downs. You gotta go through the late nights. You gotta go through the grind. Like that's why I love my mom so much, bro. Cause she pushed me so hard to where I am today. He's like, yo, who made you this way? My mom did. My mom did. Like that's my joy right there. Like people ask me like, dang, you go to sleep? Do you know? Like, no. Well, why you do this? But my mom made me this way. She made me this way. And everybody else wanna go have fun and put some work in. Study a little bit harder. Or read that book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting the grades, turn the TV off. Discipline. That's why I'm very disciplined to this day. The different challenges that I've done throughout my life. It teaches you discipline.
For sure.
But I get that from my mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like as continuously growing, bro, like now having to deal with my biological father. Right? And I feel like my younger self was dealing with like not knowing who my father is.
Yeah.
All the way up to adulthood, not knowing who my father is. So I hired a PI and everything, just try to figure out who he was, where he was at. You know, that was traumatic for me as well.
I can imagine. Yeah.
And I finally met my biological father face to face.
What was that conversation like?
The first time for my birthday, I was doing a pop-up shop at what's that place called? The Municipal Market. I was doing I had consignment in there, and it was my birthday, so it was like he was like, "Can we go talk?" Like, yo, first and foremost, bro, this is the wrong time and day to try to talk to me.
Yeah.
This is my birthday.
Right.
So, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. It's like you wanted it on your time, and it's not. You know what I mean? The right time and place. But before then, bro, he just popped up on me, bro. Like, hey, I'm your father. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
They
Like,
just popped up on you,
start
like,
liking stuff on my Facebook page and stuff, bro.
so
And
it was a virtual interaction.
yeah, bro. So
Oh.
you already know how I am about stuff like that. So I'm like, man, who is this dude? He added me on Facebook first. I'm like, this can't be who I think this is.
Yeah, look like.
Yeah, he's just a light skinned version. Like, I'm not really supposed to be this dark.
On that sun.
Yeah, bro. On that instance, bro, like that triggered me. That triggered me so heavy.
Yeah.
I was coaching football, bro, and we had just had a game, won the game. We go out to eat, and you know, we had, this time I was still eating dead animals. We go out to, I think it was at JR Crickets, and it popped up on my phone. I'm like, I'm sitting there like, this can't be who I think this is. All right. So my whole demeanor changed at the table, and like, Mama D, she said, MD, you okay? I was like, She like, you sure? I'm like, I'm okay. So like, I just get up quietly. I go to her, and I just told her like, remember this? And I showed her the name. She was like, is that who I think that is? And Mama D's like my other mama.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, I think so. And then he sent me a message. And at that time, like after everything is over, I talked to my mentor. He's like my dad. I call him my dad. Like, I call somebody my dad, that's my dad. I call him dad.
Yeah.
Like, literally, his phone, his number in my phone, his name in my phone is dad, bro.
Word.
Like, that's the reason I went back to school. Ain't been getting to like me dropping out of school and stuff like that. But the reason I went back to college and ended up getting my degree from Georgia State University is because like he saw something in me, right? And that's where I started Manifest Your Dreams at. But like in that instance, like with my biological father trying to come into my life, like I broke down. You know what I mean? Like, and him, like I was in front of him. I was like cussing up a storm, bro. Like, F him, man. Like, I was just crying, bro. Like, it triggered me, bro. Like, now you wanna come into my life?
This is what age?
Well, I'm 32 now. Been 20. I'm past 3 years ago. 20. Trying to do the numbers on this joint, bro. It's like 27.
Okay.
27, 28. Right? Yeah, 27, 28, bro. And you know, and like Dad told me, he was like, you at a point in your life, you can make the decision. You know, it's just like at that time, bro, I was like, a lot going through my head. Like, why now? Right? Why do you want to show up now?
Yeah.
Like, you think we're just supposed to be hunky dory? Yeah,
like just gonna jump in.
Like, no, bro. Like, I've been hurt, bro. You know, and like, I remember that too. Like, he hit me up, like, you know, I'm your father. Da 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 da. Here's my number. So I called my mom. Mom was still alive at the time. I called my mom. I was like, Mom, Andrew contacted me. She was like, your dad? I was like, yes, ma'am. She was like, what he want? And I was like, I don't know. He told me to call. She's like, you want me to call him? I was like, please.
Hey.
I put it in her. I mean, I put it, you know what I mean? Because like my mom called me back. You know, she was like, what you want? She said, what you want with my son?
Dang.
You gotta think about it, bro. Like, all this time, bro. What you want?
Cause you never seen him from birth to 27.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
And like, I would be a father right now.
Who, you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew this.
Yeah, bro. I never told nobody this, bro. Like the fact I'm not a father right now is because I felt like I was gonna be. I didn't know how I would be as a father. I thought I would be just like him.
Wow.
Not knowing my father hindered me from has hindered me from wanting to have children. As you see, I coach. Everybody else's child has been my child.
Yeah, for sure.
All my players still contact me, bro. Like, I've been a father figure through sports. And that's like one of those things, bro. Like, trauma, bro. Not having my biological father, not having my father in my life I've had men in my life, but not having a father, like, to show you the way. I had to figure all this stuff out on my own. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, what about fatherhood? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like, how I would be.
Yeah.
I know how I am as a person. Like, yo, I'm gonna make sure I'm there for my kids.
But being a dad is a totally different thing.
Bro. That's another human being that you call yours for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? And not having my father in my life painted a different picture for me. You feel me? Like, because I'll be trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But then another thing is, I wasn't whole. Kids can feel trauma, bro. They can feel pain.
Yeah, from the womb.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they can feel, damn, my daddy angry. Daddy gonna be angry.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I
it kind
mean?
of puts you in a weird space.
Yeah, bro. So I never wanted to, like, have my kids feel like they're in a having to be in a place where, like, dad always angry and mad. No, bro. Like, I want to be me when I have kids.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, bro. Like, you would be an uncle right now, bro. Like, but yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I appreciate you coming through sharing that, brother.
Yeah, bro.
It's a lot, man. But I'm glad you're whole, man. I know you're whole for sure. Just how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
And just, your whole transition from, transition into veganism and everything like that. That's kind of gave you mental clarity and just helps you push your brand out there and really just stay true to who you are. Right. And, like, I've never seen you forward. I've never seen you, like, try to be somebody else or try to, like, act as if, you want to be that person, man. And I appreciate that about you because it strengthens me as a man as well. Just really understanding trauma in other aspects and understanding the people that you're connected to. Like, it's just, we can't call ourselves brothers if we don't share, our pains and stuff with each other. And I appreciate that for you because, like, when I need to call you, in fact, I called you last night.
About shirts, bro.
About the shirts, and I called you
I was on the phone too.
Yeah, he's on the phone. You picked up.
Trying to put my Mac on, bro.
I interrupted that moment, but it was just like, I call you, and I need something, man. You're always a sounding board for me, man. And it's just what you've been through allow for you to be that, not just for myself, but for your sister and an extension of anybody else, bro. Right. So I appreciate you sharing today on the podcast.
For sure.
Gonna do a quick commercial Would you close out real quick, some inspirational words, how they can find you, where they can find you, all that good stuff, and that's it.
That's it.
All right, so this episode is sponsored by the Embolden Institute, the only organization that I know of that's out here sending out daily messages of inspiration and hope. Also a program that's helping individuals who, like Markus himself, has experienced traumatic situations. Like, myself, I experienced my own traumatic situations, and I have a program designed just for you to help you get through it, because there's no way that you can get over it, but she'll help you get through it. Text me 404-476-6780. That's 404-476-6780 to get enrolled today into the text messages, also to get enrolled into the coaching program to see if coaching is right for you to help you get through that mental that mental space that has you stuck. Markus, man, close us out, brother.
Hey, look, man, you have one life. You have one you. Be the best you at all times. Don't let anyone tell you what you can and cannot do, because you have a dream that's waiting your arrival. It's up to you to manifest it.
It's no better than that. We out. Peace.
Well, I didn't do my Instagram or something.
Dang. I just put in the thing.
Okay, that's cool.
It'll pop up on the